Yeah, Civic. Oof, we're gonna come out so hard in 2020. We're gonna spend so much money and not even tell the wife. Oh, didn't see you guys there. Hey, E.G. Chris here. Yeah, I was talking to the car. I'm a freak. Alright guys, so if I didn't lose you with my crazy intro, then I'm here to tell you about some pros and just a few cons that come with going K-Series. So some good things about the K-Series we'll start with is the fact that it's a lot newer than any kind of B Series or D Series. The oldest K-Series you can get is from 2001. It started with the Civic Si and some of the other base Acuras and Hondas. The K-Series came with the two best American engines being the K20A2 and the K24A2. For my car, I'm running the K24A2, which came out of the TSX. You could also go with a Civic Si that also came with a K20 and some K24 variants, but these are probably the cheapest and most common engines you can get, especially from like a junkyard of a wrecked TSX. Another good thing about the K-Series swap is if you go with one of the better K-Series, you can drop it into your car and expect to, if not make 200 horsepower, make close enough to it. And I've seen plenty of these with the tune and the proper supporting mods make over 200 horsepower. With a B Series, you know, it gets a little bit more difficult. You know, you might have to add some different parts to the head. You might need to add a power adder like a nitrous or a turbo just to make over 200 horsepower. So that's what's good about the K, is that, you know, it's a drop in and expect to make good power. Even as far as just putting a turbo on a K Series, the stock ones have been making over 500 horsepower. The Bs I think are capable of that, but I've seen it way easier with the K, and it's probably going to hold a lot longer than the B Series without actually building the block. Another good thing about the K Series is as it's not as easy to drop in as like a B Series, it is pretty easy considering they make all the parts either factory or aftermarket that work perfect with this car. Some examples are the hashboard mounts here and there that allow you to put the engine in correctly, because stock, the engine is on that side, D Series and B Series, and the transmission is flipped on that side. The harness, the wire harness works perfect from the RSX Type S. Conversion harness that allows the ECU and engine harness to communicate with the inside gauges and all that stuff. My fuel system is relatively simple. It's just a ktuned rail, goes to the stock filter, goes to the stock return. So, I mean, as far as simplicity, it's pretty simple. It's easier said than done, because one of the cons I'll get into in a minute is how much that stuff costs. Alright, so to break it down, I have another video discussing how I did the swap and how much it cost, but to break it down simply is that this set of engine mounts might cost as much as like an LS B18 or a CRV B20, because the mounts alone are damn near $500. So that alone is a huge con, I would think, is that certain parts for this thing are super duper expensive, when B Series, you know, you could just drop it into most of these cars without changing the mounts or the fuel system or anything like that. It's pretty much just drop in and it works. Another con, which for me is not a big deal, but you have to cut the transmission mount in order to get the engine to fit in there. And for many that might not be an issue, but unless you are super committed to putting the K Series in, once you cut that, the only way to get it back in is to weld it. And I mean, I don't really have a welder available to me, so, you know, once you cut that, that's pretty much it. But honestly, as far as cons go, I don't think there's many, because I just honestly love the K-Swap. I'm a huge fan of it, and I recommend it to anyone who can put anything together, really. If you got the money and if you got the skills, or if you don't have the skills and you got a whole lot of money, you could let somebody else do it. But I'm a huge fan of this platform. I recommend it to everybody who's into Hondas, or even, you know, there's many out there that are putting it into all kinds of different chassis. that is just getting wild. So, you know, you heard it from me, you heard it from many, but K is the way. That is the future of, you know, the Honda scene, and also it seems like the future for a lot of other types of chassis, like I said. So I'm gonna leave this video off saying thank you for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and hit me up on Instagram, egchris92. I'm always happy to help you guys with your questions about Ks or anything else really Honda related or car related. I'm happy to help. I have the experience and I just love helping you guys. It makes me happy to see you guys get your builds going. So until next time, later.